Third time's a charm, right? So you would think so with Alien 3. How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a spectacular day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. As always, if you guys have any movies, shows, or games you guys want me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, you guys can find me on Twitch at Douglas447. Stream there at least once a week, whether it's Halo, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Destiny 2, or anything else you guys suggest for me to stream over there. I also want to let you guys know I do have an Alien film collection playlist here on the channel. So if you guys have missed out on any of my reviews for anything Alien film related, you guys can find it there. I've already got an Alien and Aliens review out. And we're going to be continuing on with the Alien franchise, reviewing in preparation for Alien Romulus, and it's supposed to be coming out later this year, here in 2024. Alien 3 is a very odd movie. It is a film that came out in 1992, and it's about an hour and 54 minutes long. And it is, by and large, the worst Alien movie to date. At the time of recording this video, it is mid-April here in 2024, and I still hold firm to the belief that as of right now, we have Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and we're about to get Alien Romulus. Obviously, I can't include Alien Romulus in this tier list, but out of all 6 of the current Alien films that we have out right now, Alien 3 is the worst. Okay, I don't care how you want to look at it objectively or subjectively. Alien 3, not just as an Alien film, but as a movie itself, is terrible. It is bad. Literally, from the opening credits, this movie is a disaster. So, Alien 3 continues the story of Aliens. It literally picks up immediately after the events of Aliens, the second Alien film in this franchise. However, the first problem in this movie doesn't even happen when the movie starts. It happens in the opening credits, the opening crawl, if you will, because it decides to literally disrespect the audience that grew up watching Alien and Aliens as well. It disrespects the events and the characters, while also adding nothing new to the franchise in this film. The movie, in the opening credits, kills off every single character that survived the events of Aliens. Obviously, the robot survives, because robot has to. But I'm talking in terms of human characters. Everybody else dies. Newt, the little girl that Ripley was trying to keep alive through the events of Aliens, she's dead. And all the Marines within the film, they die as well. Everybody dies except for Ripley and that android in the opening credits. They don't get a proper death. They don't get to do anything. They're in this movie for the opening crawl to just die. They're just killed off. They're basically killed off screen. But the film does a disrespect to those characters because they don't get a proper death. They don't get to die stupidly. They don't get to die in a heroic way. They're dead. Cryotubes failed because aliens showed up and messed with their cryo sleeping settings. Are you serious? Let's also talk about another problem in the opening scene of this. See, I haven't even gotten to the movie yet. Do you see a problem yet? I haven't even gotten to talk about the movie. I'm talking about the opening credits that are problems. The opening scene also makes no logical sense with the introduction that Ripley gets impregnated because somehow a facehugger left the alien home planet, got onto the ship in orbit, that also survives the entire gigantic battle finale where Ripley is fighting that alien queen in the hangar bay on board the Marine space ship. So this facehugger survives all of that, does all of this in the background, and our characters in the entire film at the end of Aliens never see this facehugger. And this facehugger somehow is smart enough to survive all that, gets inside of Ripley's cryotube, and during her cryo sleep, which by the way somehow doesn't magically get the facehugger to get frozen or have frostbite or die or get put into cryo sleep itself, it survives all of that by magical nonsensical bullshit. And this facehugger impregnates Ripley. And I guess it also magically was able to mess with the cryo system sleeping settings and kill off the rest of the crew while they're in sleep, but it keeps Ripley alive and impregnates her. It makes no it makes no sense. It is a gigantic stretch of reality that one facehugger could survive and do all of those things. I'm sorry, whoever wrote that part of the movie needs to not work on films ever again, or shows, or movies, or games, video games. Just who the... I don't know who wrote that part of the movie, started off, but like... it makes no sense whatsoever. Let's get into the movie now. I can't believe I've been talking about the opening crawl for almost 7 minutes, but there you go. 2 problems, and we haven't even gotten into the movie itself. The setting of the planet being a maximum security prison with absolutely no weapons whatsoever. There's no guns, there's no flamethrower units, there's nothing. Everybody on this maximum security prison planet is just able to walk around because nobody has any weapons. Which I think is stupid that the security guards don't have weapons. They don't have even shotguns. Like, they don't even have a stun round. What happens if the prisoners try to riot? That's dumb. But this planet, this maximum security prison planet, has no weapons. And you would think that would have allowed for a focus on more of a survival horror aspect, trying to replicate the feel and the atmosphere of the original Aliens film. Like, be a return to basics kind of thing. Get rid of the guns and whatnot, which I can understand. Not everybody liked Aliens having those macho Marines in it. Some people at the time the film came out, and some people still feel that, Alien works best when you're not overpowered and you have a million, nukes at your disposal. I can understand that. Alien does work well with that survival horror aspect. I think Aliens did a better job because it had all of those elements plus action in it, and it worked well. But this film fails on the survival horror aspect. Because, unfortunately, Ripley gets turned into basically almost a girl boss in this film. She gets even turned into a worse girl boss in Alien Resurrection because she has part alien DNA in her. And I won't discuss that right further. But Ripley is basically a girl boss in this film because now she has 2 movies under her belt that she survived. She's like, I knew what to do, and you men all suck, and you need to follow me. I'm your new leader. I'm just like... Again, the writing for this film sucks. Also, the characters. They're all boring and dull and lame as hell. I couldn't care less about who lived or died in this movie. I don't care. Also, nothing, like I said earlier, nothing new is added to this franchise. Yeah. Ooh, facehugger impregnates a dog and we get an alien dog creature. It's still an alien trying to kill off humanity. And there's nothing scary in this film. There's absolutely nothing scary. The alien doesn't feel like a threat that our human characters have to overcome. Somehow, they turn the alien into basically just an obstacle that our human friends have to just, avoid. The performances from everybody, including Sigourney Weaver in this film, are extremely poor. The supporting cast are weak. I don't care about anybody, like I said, in this film. And what's also interesting is when this film was released, This was supposed to be the conclusion to the Alien series. So when this film was released, they're like, okay, we're done with Alien. We're going to work on other franchises, and we're just going to wrap everything up. We're going to make it so this was an Alien trilogy. Like, when did this film come out? 1992. It's 2024 when I'm recording this. 32 years later, we're still getting Alien movies. I don't know what the studio was smoking, thinking they were going to stop. But to me, this film, kind of, for all of its faults, should have been the end. It should have been to the end of the Alien franchise. While I do have some things that I do like about Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, Covenant, and I'm probably going to have some fun things I'm going to enjoy about Romulus, this does feel like a proper conclusion to the Alien franchise. It does feel like a good conclusion, for the most part. Like I said in my Alien and Aliens review, especially my Aliens review, the Alien franchise, I look at it the same way I look at the Terminator franchise. First film, excellent, great foundational blocks for a sequel. And just like Aliens did, similar with Terminator 2 Judgment Day, both films improved on the original formula and felt like a proper conclusion to both franchises. And everything else after both Terminator 2 and Aliens kind of just felt like, okay, you had nothing new and interesting to add to this franchise. And Alien 3 is basically Terminator 3. It just... There's nothing new and interesting. So, when it comes to Alien 3, the conclusion to the series does feel like, okay, we're done. We're done. Because both Ripley's character and the alien creature in this film are killed. And the alien that has impregnated Ripley also dies along with Ripley. So the alien queen that has been impregnated into Ripley dies at the end. So Ripley dies in a heroic and sacrifice-like way, which is a good conclusion to her character. And it also prevents the alien queen from being born, and it prevents humanity from being able to study it and take it to Earth, and the aliens, taking over humanity and yada, yada, yada. So that ends all that. And it also ends the alien existence permanently. There are no more xenomorphs. There are no more face huggers unless they shoehorn in some other bullshit explanation as to how something magically survives somewhere. It feels like a permanent conclusion to Eleanor Ripley's character, and it feels like a proper conclusion to the alien threat that has been terrorizing the galaxy in this franchise. So, while this film has a bunch of cool concepts, the film overall is just dull, it's lifeless, and it proves, honestly, that Aliens is a good enough ending. You really don't need to watch Alien 3. If you do watch it, it does still have a good conclusion as far as an Alien trilogy kind of thing. But, it is... You can stop with Aliens. You really don't need to watch Alien 3. You don't need even to watch Alien Resurrection. It just feels like more fluff and more filler, more lore, more of the same, unfortunately, when it comes to this film. And to be honest, the fact that this was supposed to be the ending and that they greenlit a fourth film 5 years later, that we got, Alien Resurrection 4 or 5 years later, kind of is a shocker to me when they said this was supposed to be the end. So, Alien 3, it's a movie that exists, but do I care to, rewatch it again and again and again? No. I'm like, when I want to watch Alien and Aliens, and then I stop. The only reason I'm honestly torturing myself watching through all these movies is so I can have a refresher before Alien Romulus comes out, and for you guys, because I haven't talked about these movies yet here on the channel. So I'm going to give Alien 3 from 1992 a 2 out of 10. It's a movie that exists. It's unfortunately not a good movie in just any aspect. It tries to be fun and interesting, but there's nothing innovative in it when it comes to the horror aspect, the mystery thriller aspect. If I had to pick between which of these movies I would want to watch again between Alien and Alien 3, it would be Alien, 100%. So there's just something about that movie that had spirit, it had magic, it had a purpose for existing, and this film just doesn't. So 2 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Let me know, do you guys agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video down in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.